Hello, welcome to Open Farm Day. This is Brook Ridge Farm. We are located on a 200-acre parcel of land just outside the town of Antigonish. We constantly marvel at the beauty of our surrounding acreage and land, and visitors are often astounded by the beautiful colors of all seasons, including the early mornings of summer, fall foliage in the afternoons and at sunset. And one of my very favorites is of the iconic rainbow over the flock photo that you may have seen in our social media and promotional materials. As seen from above, this is an older view of the farm, showing the layout of the house, barns, and pastures. Much has changed since this picture was taken. 1 year ago, in September 2019, Hurricane Dorian roared through, taking down our main lambing barn. Luckily enough for us, the sheep would remain in pasture through October, and we had time to rebuild and have a barn ready for them. Also in 2019, Brook Ridge Farm was named the Sheep Producer of the Year by the Sheep Producers Association of Nova Scotia. We're very proud of that designation, and we can be seen here with Fred Hamilton, chair of the SPANS board, accepting our award last spring. In 2017, Brook Ridge Farm was named the first in Canada to be certified under the Canadian Verified Sheep Program. There are 3 criteria for certification: animal husbandry, humane practices, and biosecurity. We raise purebred Border Leicester sheep along with commercial crossbreds. The lambs sometimes come in 1s, often 2s, 3s, occasionally 4s, and in one instance we had 5 in a litter last year. When they're very young, the lambs like to gather together to sleep and play. And while the mothers eat their meal of grain twice a day, the lambs get their specialized grain in a separate area called a creep feeder. Here they have unlimited access to feed without fear of their mothers helping themselves. Most lambs are raised by their mothers, but those that can't be are reared on a special milk machine. You can see the nipple panels on the wall. Behind that wall is a machine that makes milk on demand 24/7. Today we're looking at farming through the eyes of a 4-year-old, and it makes it rather interesting. This is our granddaughter Adele. You'll see Adele throughout this presentation doing many farm-related activities. One important one is holding lambs. Lambs stay with their mothers until weaning age, at about 3 months or 50 pounds in weight. While the mothers are eating, the lambs love to run and play and forage on their own, as you can clearly see in this video clip. Older lambs, once weaned, are put into separate groups. Here you see replacement ewe lambs, the ones that will become mothers themselves in future. We call these an F1 maternal line, produced by 2 breeds which throw strong maternal characteristics. Romanov sheep are great mothers, and here you see Adele patting one of our ewes. This is a photo of 2 replacement Romanov cross ewe lambs, Adele's favorites, by the way. Peter Cozier is our shearer, and he drops by the farm from April through November to shear various groups of sheep and lambs. Peter gently sets the lamb on its hindquarters, making it as comfortable as possible. Shearing begins by removing the belly wool. This is inferior wool and is usually discarded. You'll see wool in the area around Peter's shearing board. This is lamb's wool and is too short for commercial purposes to make the blankets, but it makes good material for the compost pile. Once the belly and crotch area is cleaned up, Peter opens up the lag wool, using long single sweeps as he gently rolls the fleece off. He takes off the top notch, which is wool similar to the belly wool. The next step is to open the neck wool and turn it back in a similar fashion to what Peter just did with the leg fleece. As you watch, you'll see Peter continue to turn the lamb in toward him. As he gets around the entire body, he'll continue to move the lamb closer to himself and eventually reposition it back on its feet, facing the opposite direction from where the process began. Ordinarily, when he finishes shearing the lamb, it would be turned out between his legs into a separate pen. But in this case, Peter is going to take a second to show us the nice job he did. Looks good. Thanks, Peter. This is Sophie, our livestock guardian dog, and the protector of all livestock on the farm. She likes to lay in the pasture through the day and look over her flock. We have a number of rams of different breeds. They live together outside of the breeding season. The mature ewes go to pasture through the summer and early fall. In that pasture, you'll find more than just the sheep. You'll find geese who return each spring to raise their goslings in the pond. This particular year, they brought out a large clutch. As well, the horses are interspersed among the sheep, and they enjoy long, leisurely days in the pasture through the summer, grazing and lounging in the long grass. Adele helps to feed her pony, and she's starting to ride. Adele is the 4th generation to work with horses in our family. Brook Ridge Farm is home to a number of very colorful chickens and roosters. The hens bring out chicks after a long incubation period, usually in the spring, but sometimes twice a year. Adele is showing you a lavender Orpington chick. One of the important farm jobs is to gather fresh eggs each day, just in time for breakfast. And some of our very favorite farm animals are our donkeys. This is Beauty and Nestle. And here's Beauty again with Adele. She's very kind and gentle. Goats are fun. And this year, our nanny had 2 doelings. So cute and so mischievous. They're always getting into things. But they're fun to hug. Just ask Adele. We also have rabbits. The black and gray are sister and brother. And the lighter brown is their mother, while the darker brown one is their aunt or her sister. Every farm has cats, and they have an important role here as well. Brook Ridge Farm has a number of spayed and neutered, rescued and rehomed cats. Here's Adele with Demi and Rumor. The sun setting on a long day of work on the farm is spectacular, even in winter. But it's hard to beat the sunrise on a hot summer morning. Thank you for stopping by. You can find us at brookridgefarm.ca or on Facebook.